That there is my normal wing. It's a 28 metre Roadster 3, and this is what I'm going to be flying today. It's a 20 metre Viking, and it is just a single layer, so it's literally like flying a bedsheet. Massive difference inside. This one can fit in a backpack, a rucksack. Paul's got one as well. You know, dry out the grass and then go for a little fly, I think. It'll be good. So we've just been having a look what comes with the Viking. There's a free windsock, a USB stick and many other bits of kit. But the ultimate thing is about to be modelled by Mr. Paul Goodwin. But that is the first hat I've ever seen with a built-in pocket.
maybe it's for your keys.
I can't believe that, mate. Your wing is the size of your kit.
Yeah. It fit on the helmet. It's tiny.
I'm going to show you the risers in a minute because they are seriously thin, creepily thin. But the first thing to note is I'm usually on a 28 metre Roadster, and converting to the same weight range in a Viking puts me at a 20 metre. Look at the size of this thing. The other thing me and Paul have just realised is that usually the stuff sack is a stuff sack because your cells are still full of air, but obviously this is a single skin, so packing it away later will be quite interesting because there's nothing to hold in air, so it should pack away really easily, but we'll see. All set up, we've started to dry out the ground. We're going for a takeoff in a minute, which should be nice. See how it goes. Mr. Goodwin and I are about to put all of our body weight through that tiny little hook in, and these risers, which are effectively made of thong material. It's unbelievable. So we're in almost nil wind at the moment, and it's kiting beautifully. It just comes straight up. So apparently when you're launching this, there's no need to touch the A's. You literally just step forward and it comes straight up. So we'll see how that goes. I might give it a little touch just as the ground's quite damp at the moment, so it might need a little bit. We've got our walking, talking windicator over there, puffing on his vape machine.
Puffing on his vape machine.
Look at that, straight towards me. Oh my god, man. That bloody riser. I can't believe
that. That feels so strange, doesn't it, Ben?
Doesn't it? They're tiny. It feels like a toy. Okay. So the brake handles, you've probably already realised, but kind of slide out. They're on a so they're on a magnet, and then when the magnet goes in, they lock into place. Yeah, it goes through the first level and locks, then you can slide them out downwards. That's clever.
Right, I'm gonna go for it now, mate.
Oh, good.
Right, so apparently you just get the fucking brakes in your hands.
Okay, brake. And then just throw your risers over the back. So,
yep.
So literally like that, no A's. I'm just gonna step forward, center myself. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm centered as well, pal.
Okay, right, off you go.
I'm gonna go, mate. Feels so strange not having A's in my hand.
I know. Wow, straight up.
And that comes up.
Yeah, bit of an overshoot. That's it, keep going, keep going. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, let's go, mate.
That's it, you're off. Wow, okay, off I go.
Yeah, Ben, apply a little bit of brake pressure when you launch, mate.
Yeah, I just checked the brakes.
Other than that though, mate, it's pretty sassy.
Hey. I'm up. I'm on your left.
Yeah, Tommy.
Oh my god. Oh my word. It's so light on the steering.
It climbs nice as well, doesn't it?
It's so light on the steering, mate. I could barely. Wow.
But then, I say we had, oh, got an aircraft down there, dude.
Yeah, I see him. I'm on your left.
Yeah, no, John, I say we head down between the solar panels and into the valley, mate. It's a sexy beast, isn't it, the swing?
So there's a helicopter over to my 9 o'clock.
High or low? Yeah, seen.
Higher than us. So, by pulling out to the side then, I'm engaging my Ds, which is yawing me across. Like so. And then by pulling in slightly, I'm getting a nice bit of roll in those turns.
Ah, Ben.
Wow.
The little
Oh, mate. This thing's gorgeous.
Yeah, dude, I had a little twist on as well.
I'll tell you what, mate, these brakes are so light. Okay, turning.
Yeah, cool, I'm above you.
Oh, mate, it's dynamic in the turns, isn't it? It's by no means sluggish at all.
Mate, I'm really impressed by it.
Mate, I'm having one. I love it.
You know what, Dudek, take my money.
So yeah, it needed a little bit of a brake check on the way up, because it does tend to shoot up. Either that or you just slow down that launch a little bit.
Good. But it's so nice in the turns compared to my normal wing. And it's so easy to launch. Excuse my launch that I did earlier. I was being a bit of a dick, but it came up so nice. It came so easy. And then I think you feel a little bit like, you know, things like your own wash and all that, a little bit more on this than a reflex.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I've been pulling my brakes in slightly as well to engage the tips, get a bit more dynamic. But if you're pulling out, which engages that D riser on the pulley, the braking's very mellow actually. So you've got both. You've got a nice mellow turn when you want it.
In comparison to your wing though, I feel a bit like when I pull it out, engaging the brake hand, not the tip steering.
Yeah.
I feel like I hit a wall and know where the brake is, if you know what I mean, rather than on a docile wing with long brake times. You sort of slowly turn and speed them up.
Yeah.
I feel with this, I can pull it and know exactly where the correct pressure is.
Yeah. These brake handles, you've got to be careful how you pick them up, because if you go inside your brake line, you have a little twist in them, so you've always got to pick up from the outside. It's because that bit of brake line that comes down and engages the D, that kind of sits quite a length sometimes outside of that brake, so you've got to be careful of that. I've done that a couple of times on this flight.
Yeah, I noticed that myself, mate, yeah.
It definitely doesn't affect it though, like it's still flying nicely.
Yeah, I've noticed that, yeah. I'm just going to repeat that, mate.
I'll tell you what, I can see the flare happening as well, so when you pull your brakes down to shoulder height, that's engaging the kind of rear brakes on that line, and then beyond that you're engaging the Ds. So it's a two-part flare, with the first part on the very back portion of the wing, the trailing edge, and then the second part of the flare is actually pulling down on your D riser, and that's then your second anchor into the wind to slow you down even more.
It's pretty cool, right? Hello, mate.
Westmore?
I can see you, where's Paul? Or I can see Paul, where's... Oh yeah, seeing someone right behind you.
Yeah, he's quite behind me, I think. Mate, I want one.
He's also about a fucking mile away. Say again?
I want one so much. I've been trying to figure out what I'm going to sell to buy one. I love the brake system, so you got the Ds, the D pulleys for those nice gentle turns like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you want to rip it into something a little bit more dynamic, look at that. Straight round.
Is that? No.
Look at that.
How far down was your hand?
To maybe the swing arm.
Oh, right. Okay.
If that.
Yeah.
Maybe the buckle actually, the carabiner.
Fucking hell. Cool, man. Cool. I love the looking wing. It looks wrong, mate.
I'm definitely feeling the bumps more on it, but then it's a much smaller wing than my Roadster.
Yeah, it's designed to be a paraglider rather than a parameter. So you'll see them, but it won't be horrible.
Yeah, me and Paul have noticed that, but it's beautiful, mate. It's bloody quick as well, isn't it? It's nice and fast.
Yeah, well, it's that's the main concern of people, because it hasn't got trimmers. They're like, oh, well, it'll be really fucking slow. But like, Clive did a 100-something mile cross-country flight with the guy, and he kept up with them the whole fucking way. So.
All right, dude. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, I'll see you again in a minute.
All right, bye for now, mate.
Cheers, mate.
So the V-King in my current configuration is burning a lot more fuel than I'm used to, and me and Paul went quite a way downwind. Basically the wind picked up, and it's been a bit of a skirmish to work out whether we're going to have fuel to get back to Membry. As you can see now, I'm approaching the field. I've got my most recent fuel check just a second ago showed that I had 2 litres of fuel on board. Now that I've gotten over this particular ridge, I've got a lot more forward speed, which is nice. Before, I was effectively parked. But we've been using all the tools to our disposal. We had Google Maps up, trying to work out linearly how far along we were. So we worked out that we'd done 3/4 of the mile, 3/4 of the route, and used about half our fuel. So not a brilliant kind of margin for error, but a good kind of indicator. The last couple of miles, me and Paul have been chatting and just trying to work out whether we've got enough fuel to make it back to the field, working out whether we're going to have to land out somewhere. But we're now approaching the field, as you can see. I've been judging my fuel over the last kind of half an hour, and I'm comfortable that I've got enough fuel to make it back to the field and have at least a few landing attempts, which is nice. But yeah, it's a definite lesson that I'm burning more fuel on the V-King, and that the wind has obviously picked up today, so again, probably should have headed kind of upwind, and then we'd have had a nice fast leg back and not had to worry so much about the fuel. The reason we didn't do that was obviously to avoid a helicopter that was doing some exercises over the kind of south side of the M4. I'm going to fly, I'm at the height of Membry Mast, I'm going to cross over the motorway 500 foot, and then I'm going to fly down the runway, so at least I've got a few options, and I'll be into wind as well. If I do have to make an early landing, I can just pop it on the grass on the runway. The only thing I've got to be slightly wary of is I've got a feeling that the planes are coming down this direction at the moment, so I've just got to make sure I stay high above the runway until the last kind of minute. Right, mate, I can officially make the field if I had an engine out now, if I run out of fuel.
You would make the field, yeah?
I would make the field, firm.
Happy days, mate. Fucking little lesson learned, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to warming up my hands, mate. I might need one of your girly hand warmers. Is your car unlocked?
No, you said it. You said that's girly. You're not having one, mate. You
I know.
Me warm my hands up with it.
I did take the piss, but my hands have turned into blocks of ice.
Oh.
Cool, yeah, I've got enough fuel to do a go round.
No dramas, mate. I'm just going to do some stuff for the GoPro that quick. We took a bit of a cross-country leg and flew downwind, just because upwind from us you had military aviation doing manoeuvres and exercise, and we just didn't want to get in the way of them. But we have been sort of panicking whether we'd get back or not on the fuel that we've carried. And I think Ben is quite relieved now that he's going to make a good landing at Membry.
Hey, landed on my feet!
With a litre of fuel left.
Yeah, so I came down, mate. As soon as I got close to the ground, my sink rate shallowed off a bit.
Yeah.
And the flare's interesting. So the brake pressure on those D risers is actually heavier than I thought it'd be. So it's quite a positive flare. But it was a landing on my feet, not too bad at all. I'll take that. The wind.
Did you have a lot of control over the flare, yeah?
I did, yeah. So the wind is approximately 6 mile an hour, 6 to 8 mile an hour at the moment on the ground.
And have you got accurate wind soft readings from both? Because these sort of point different ways, don't these two of them? Yeah,
I mean, I came in approximately parallel to the runway, and that wasn't too bad at all. Oh my god. Oh mate. Well, I can let go of the wing, and mate, that is ridiculous. Look at it. Oh. Oh mate, that is a game changer, isn't it? Look at it. If you want to know how easy the Dudek V-King is to launch, I've got the 2 hooking points in my hand, camera in the other. Just gonna walk back. It's above my head. Not even looking at it. This thing is a game changer. V-King. Woo! Okay, so mission is get the wing. It's currently all crapped up. Just pull the hooking points. Hand it to a mate who's then going to do a somersault.
I did a somersault thing?
You'll find out. One back, one hand. Give it to the friend. It takes it.